What's up, Allure? It's Sofia Carson here, and today I'm breaking down my favorite looks from my music videos.
Don't you know the rumors?
Rumors featuring Rehab 2018. Rumors was probably one of the most exciting videos that I've ever shot because I got off the plane, went straight into a fitting, and then we shot this music video in 24 hours in 3 different cities on the Amalfi Coast. And Rehab and I had actually never met up until that day, so it was the first time that we were meeting, and we wanted the music video to really reflect the ease and the effortless coolness of the record that is Rumors, and also tell the love story that we're telling. And so the Amalfi Coast just felt like the perfect backdrop. The looks also really captured that vibe or that energy of, even though they're still really chic and fashion forward, they were kind of effortless in a way and cool, and perhaps even a little bit more casual, like that really awesome Versace number when the Versace top and the belt and the shorts and the red boots. I actually used my own sunglasses for that shot when Rehab and I are in the car driving down the Amalfi Coast. My favorite piece, I think, was the Alexander McQueen jacket that I wear in the beginning and the end of the music video, which that was shot in this awesome gas station in Positano, but we paired that with denim shorts and stilettos, and it just had this effortless ease to it that was really cool, and a little bit of rock and roll too. Fool's Gold 2021. So Fool's Gold is the beginning of a story that I'm sharing with the world. It's the story of falling into a love that feels too good to be true, kind of like Fool's Gold. And the theme that I used to tell the story of this record is fire. So everything was inspired in this concept of fire, from the music video that we shot with Hannah Lux Davis to the fashion choices that we made to kind of create this world. And that's kind of where our inspiration started from. Fire signifies the beginning or the birth of something, and that's exactly what this song is for me. All of the looks in Fool's Gold were, of course, kind of inspired in what a flame looks like. So we chose from red to gold to black, and I think the one that pushed me the furthest out of my comfort zone was this gorgeous, tight, full body, head to toe red Balenciaga number that actually catches on fire in the music video. It just was such a strong and bold look that just really exemplified, I think, what the record and the song is. I think the next look was this stunning Dundas gold, almost like melted lava dress in this fire triangle, and for that we went super retro and over the top with the hair, just because the song has kind of a retro feel, and we wanted to incorporate that in the hair choices. And then one of my favorite looks was this really cool Saint Laurent latex number, and that whole setup was pretty retro and fun and kind of pop art, and so we went really retro with the updo as well, and with the makeup. It was really fun. For me, it's always so important to really bring to life that beautiful balance of strength and femininity, because there is such strength inherent to femininity. And for instance, like that gorgeous Versace suit dress, there's something so empowering about that dress, and that's the girl that I imagine in Fool's Gold, or the story that I want to tell is this girl who, even though she knows that she's falling for a love that's too good to be true, she knows exactly what she wants, and she's not afraid to go for it. You know, my style icons have always remained pretty consistent. Audrey Hepburn has always been my all-time icon, just how effortlessly elegant and feminine and strong she was in everything that she wore. I also love Gwen Stefani, and she's always just been so unapologetically, effortlessly herself, and so cool and so rock and roll. My fashion choices are always kind of dictated by those two worlds, you know, always trying to make looks that are timeless and elegant, but also leaning into the edge a little bit, and sometimes a little bit of the rock and roll, and kind of finding that balance.
I miss you more than you know.
Miss You More Than You Know 2020. So Miss You More Than You Know was an interesting music video to tackle because it was released in the middle of COVID. And so we actually shot almost 2 music videos and put them together. So the first half of the music video was shot in Paris a couple months before during Fashion Week, and the second half was shot in Los Angeles in the middle of COVID last June. Of course, the shots in Paris were just magical. I had just finished the Jean-Baptiste Valli show, and I had fallen in love in my fitting with this gorgeous couture black tulle gown of my dreams, and Jean-Bo was like, you need to have this for your music video, and so I got to walk around Paris and dance around Paris and Montmartre and the Louvre in like this tulle dress of my dreams for the video. I've always loved black and white. I've always gravitated towards how clean and classic and timeless and yet really strong black and white feels. Particularly for Miss You More Than You Know, it felt perfect because there's a certain melancholy aspect to the song. There's like a longing to it of missing a love that you once had, and so the black and white just felt so perfect because it kind of does take you back. So all the images of me in Paris are in black and white in the video. The hat moment was a last-minute addition, and I think it was the last shot that we shot, and we just saw the hat, and the director had this cool concept to shoot me kind of profile, and there was something just kind of really beautiful and mysterious about that moment. There's like this inherent softness and this tenderness to the song that we really wanted to translate in the fashion and in the beauty as well. He Loves Me But 2021. Fashion has always been one of my favorite ways to tell stories, especially for my music videos and my performances. And for my most recent music video, He Loves Me But, the whole visual concept was told through the concept of Earth. We shot the music video in the desert because to me the desert symbolized truly like a deserted heart or the end of a love, and so everything that we decided for the music video was kind of decided through that lens, including the fashion. We started off with this gorgeous white Ellie Saab number in the middle of the desert, and it kind of symbolized, to me it was like her coming into her own freedom, and then we moved on to this gorgeous brown Tom Ford for Yves Saint Laurent dress among cactuses in the desert. And then one of my favorite pieces was this gorgeous Versace number that I wore while I was in this green floating cube in the middle of the desert, and the green to me kind of symbolized hope, you know, like the hope of life after love. The lens of Earth also helped to inform the makeup that we decided to use for the music video, so everything was in really beautiful earthy tones. In the first Ellie Saab, there's very almost little makeup in the eyes and a very neutral lip, and then we kind of bumped up the nudes and the browns for the brown Saint Laurent dress. And then for the green, we amped up the makeup just a little bit more, but we kept the tones pretty neutral throughout. And I wanted the hair to feel kind of fresh and free, to kind of match the mood of the record and to match that moment when we're all dancing in the desert, to kind of have that freedom. Guess I'm a Liar 2020. Guess I'm a Liar is a really powerful song because it is the story of the survival of heartbreak and the triumph of self-love. One of my favorite lyrics is, swore that I would love you to the day I die, but I'm still alive, so I guess I'm a liar. So we really wanted to bring that story to life and tell that beautiful triumphant story through fashion, through art, and even through the choreography. I got to work with Hannah after many years of not working together. It was so exciting to kind of build this world from the ground up, and fashion was such a huge part of the storytelling for this world. So we start with this beautiful Jean-Baptiste Valli two-piece that is just kind of ethereal and soft, because that's kind of where she starts. I say she, where I start the song, kind of soft and slightly heartbroken, and then you see her just become stronger with every setup. And then we move into this gorgeous three-dimensional white cube where I wore this awesome Balenciaga cape that was just spectacular, and it was almost matrixy, but it was just so empowering. One of our biggest inspirations for the choreography and for this world was Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson, and the incredible videos that they brought to life in their glory days, and how bold and strong and striking the worlds that they created were. And then I also wore this beautiful couture Iris Van Herpen art piece that is this black sculpture, essentially, that was just the perfect balance of femininity and strength. And then I get to wear another Iris Van Herpen piece at the end of the video, when that part of the video was like me standing in a screen full of clouds, and she just feels like completely free. And it's a celebration of freedom, and how that dress moves and how magically it was made was just so perfect for that moment. Until this video, I had never really done really striking and bold eyeliner, but this was the world's to do it in. And so we start off with this really gorgeous, striking black cat eye, but on top of it is a silver liner. And then we move on for the black iris dress into this really sculptural black liner. I loved the edge and the sharpness of the makeup that really complemented the production of the song. And then I went into a blue smoky eye, which I've never really done before for when I did the choreography, because it really complemented the gray world that we had created. And it was just so much fun to experiment and to play and to find kind of different sides of yourself as an artist. to be able to wear these just breathtaking pieces of art to tell such a beautiful and powerful story was truly an honor. Thank you so much, Allure, for joining me as I broke down some of my favorite music video looks. Mwah! Love you.